chat. All right. It looks like there's 2 viewers so far. Where'd my chat window go? Oh, there it is. Hello guys, so the Uplift dropped is in about an hour. 5 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm gonna show the countdown for the drop on my screen here. Let's go ahead and get the browser up here. Do I have the Uplift stream? No, we're gonna have to go into Discord, go into the Uplift announcements. Here we go. So here's the Uplift drop. There's going to be 1,400 of these lands available. They're going for 5,000 wax. And yeah, this is a whitelist. One of our community members was able to invite people onto this whitelist. Apparently it was kind of a big community event where they are basically letting people invite people to the whitelist, kind of like part of a community thing. And this is apparently going to be for the survival version of the game. Uplift has a creative mode, but this is going to be for the survival mode of the game, which, I mean, honestly, I kind of like survival mode better because, you know, everything's kind of impermanent, and creative mode is more permanent. You just build stuff. Let's see. So I'm gonna actually get the drop on my phone because it's just better for me. I have a better connection. If I go to time.ts on here, we go time.is. So if we go to time.is on my computer, it says my clock is almost 20 seconds behind, 19.8 seconds behind. When you're doing drops, this is very, very bad. I've tried to sync my PC onto the atomic clock, and for some reason it just fails. But if I go to my phone and I do it, it says your time is exact. So the only problem is I'm finding now, it was going kind of slow, but now it's fast again. Maybe it's just Atomic Hub that was kind of slow. Gonna have to test it. I mean, even if it's a couple seconds behind, it's better than what I was getting on the PC there. Yeah, now it seems fast on my phone again. Kind of up in the foothills towards the mountains, so that might have something to do with it. So who's in the chat today? Anybody that I know watching the stream? Let's see. Let's let people know in community chat. That stream is now live. Looks like community member here was having trouble with the Our Planet pools. This looks like he figured that out. Alright, so that's excellent connection on here. It's pretty good. So I've been busy today. It's been pretty crazy. Getting very close to having our Metasource cards sent to people who have purchased them. Very, very close now. It's just going to be a matter of days to almost hours. I just want to make sure I get them fully caught up and fully input before we do that. We've been having to do them piecemeal because of some upload restrictions on Wax. So we've been doing them kind of day by day. But we have a whole schedule for the Wax launch and giveaways and stuff. It'll be pretty cool. So the Uplift world, people don't know what this is. This is basically a project that takes place in Minecraft. And they've been selling these keys. They also have... do I want to go to this? I think maybe I want to go to the Uplift. Whoops. So I guess this is kind of like the center of the Uplift, is this thing they've created in a Minecraft server. And what they're doing is they're creating this world where people get to essentially build what they want, and then people come and they, you know, interact and stuff inside the Minecraft world and explore. And they kind of have a theme around a world full of gratitude. So gratitude is cool. You know, who doesn't like gratitude? They've had partnerships with Our Planet and Yoshi drops. In fact, I'm going to get 2 Yoshi drops if I get this drop. There's probably more people who are going to try to get this drop than people who won't. And it's going to be a 3-for-1 drop. They said that if people buy at least 1,000 of these tokens, then they're going to give us all an additional land drop. So it's kind of hard to not see this actually turn into a thing, right? Where people get the land drops. Joshua Hayes says there's only 900 on the list with a 6-hour cooldown. Oh, he says I wouldn't stress about being 20 seconds behind. Oh, there's only 900 on the list. I don't know. You must have information. So many of the people in our community, they get great information from different places. I didn't know that. Cool. Well, I mean, that sounds all right then. I feel pretty fortunate to be on the drop. I actually wasn't sure I wanted to be on this drop, but when our community member, proposed it to me, he seemed really excited, and I kind of like Minecraft. It's been a long time since I played, and when I learned that the Uplift was basically for creative mode, I was kind of like, creative mode is cool, but I want more stuff to do inside of a creative world. Probably something more like what's being done in the sandbox, where you can create your own games and stuff. But when it comes to blockchain gaming, it's not really where my eye is turned. I like the Definance games, Our Planet, Nova Rally, what we're building, our Metasource cards and our crypto castles. Like the Definance stuff really interests me. Strategy, and when it comes to like Uplift, I don't see a lot of strategy. I see more like community and creativity, which is cool. And one day I'd love to see, big blockchain games merge together all 3 of those things, community, creativity, strategy, and decentralized finance. But, we're still in these nascent stages of blockchain games. And just be honest with you guys, sometimes I'm surprised that blockchain gaming is still in its infancy the way it is. We see a lot of small games like Our Planet and Nova Rally. They're coming up, but they're mostly small games, and they're kind of tech heavy on the blockchain end, and there's things to deal with when it comes to congestion on the networks. But But I'm just really surprised that we haven't gotten farther sooner. And I think a lot of it is that, there's a lot of uncertainty around crypto. There's a lot of uncertainty around technology, and especially blockchain technology. When we've talked to a lot of other investors, and even our WeFunder is a great example, where we had our WeFunder, we had an equity crowdfund that we were setting up for almost a year. We had a WeFunder coordinator, and then we had raised almost $100,000, and then they came to us and they were like, "Oh, actually, let us run this by our risk team and see what they say about it." Like, because we just want to make sure there's no problem here. And I was kind of like, "Oh, well." Man, if I thought that was going to be an issue, I probably should have said something earlier, which I had some suspicion that maybe I should ask them, "Hey, we're a cryptocurrency company, we're a crypto gaming company. Is that cool with you guys?" You guys aren't going to pull the rug out from under us later, right? And then they did. They decided they didn't want to carry it. But I think a lot of it has to do with the uncertainty. I think the bank that supports them was basically like, we think there might be a risk here, so we would rather take no risk than any risk. And so in the meantime, we did get actually shut down by not shut down, but Start Engine also declined to carry us for now. I don't want to. It's a little too early to talk about it, but we're now in the beginning conversations with another company. They're very new, and I think they're looking for companies like ours, kind of like us. They're new, they're growing. And so it might be a good partnership between us and them to start another equity crowdfund. It's still too early. I still need to investigate their platform more. I just haven't had time because I've been working on the cards and I've been making the videos and everything. But it's on my to-do list to do some more investigation before my next scheduled call with their CEO. We have a lot of options available to us. It's just a matter of us running through all of our options, and we know that there are many people in our community who are interested in getting, and owning essentially a piece of the company at the ground floor. And it's something we've been talking about for a very long time. And we've hit some speed bumps because of some of the uncertainty in the market. So, when we look at all of these other blockchain games that are starting to sell lands and do very well, I know there's probably a dozen other companies like ours or people like us who are looking for money, who want to build blockchain games, but it's hard because everyone's kind of like, "Well, we don't know about that. Are you sure now is the right time for a blockchain gaming company?" And I look at Wax and I'm just like, of course. So, so Wax is also a great resource for us, as we're going to be putting our cards on Wax soon, and so when we go out and we go to bigger investors, we start looking for millions of dollars. Then we're going to have essentially more value to provide to investors, whether they're big or small. So we have no client just joined the channel. He says, "How do I get whitelisted?" You can't get whitelisted anymore. Apparently what they did for this whitelist on the Uplift is it was essentially there were community members around the Uplift, people who were in the project early or were known in the community. So it was kind of a networking thing. I had somebody in our community who hit me up, and I asked him if he wanted me to mention his name. He didn't say anything. No, it's Josh, probably. Shouldn't look at his messages because it might be, business sensitive. I mean, probably it's not sensitive. I probably shouldn't look at his messages. Oh, I have my phone I could look at. But yeah, so unfortunately, no clan, you can't get into the whitelist right now. I was able to get in because of a community thing, but they said that they're going to have a drop of Uplift mining rigs. I don't know what that means. Will you mine Uplift? I guess Uplift dollars. I don't know a whole lot about the Uplift yet. I know some, but I don't even know what's the name of their token. And but yeah, thank you. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you. But there will be a public mining rig sale, they said, later. I think possibly towards the end of this month. It's on their website, I believe, somewhere. Hey, Simon EK, what's up? Good to see you. And Rieseberg says he's not sure if he likes this type of whitelist. It's too sneaky. Yeah, it's interesting that you say that. Let me get back to that thought. I need to check out this message from Josh real quick, my partner in Blockchain Kingdoms. Don't want to be ignoring his messages. Okay, just sent me. We're looking for a blockchain developer to revenue share with us for our cards, and he's sending me possible resumes, what we're looking at. So let's go take a look at the Uplift channel, because they had a whole philosophy about what they were doing. I don't know if I necessarily would say I agree with it yet, but I think it's interesting. But here we go. They got a post about this drop. You can find this on their website, June 23rd in the Medium. So recently we did this thing. You may have seen it mentioned in the Telegram or Twitter. We call it the Uplist. So apparently the whitelist here is the Uplist. So yeah, let's talk about it. Basically then, considering all the hype that our NFTs have been generating, not to mention the uplift.world in general, we wanted to come up with a way to ensure that value is passed on to all those that have thus far supported us the most. So my personal note is it looks like it's pretty plain what they're starting to say here is that they don't want just anybody to have access to some of these drops. This drop in particular is for their supporters. I mean, ironically, I'm not really a supporter, but I'm sure we'll find out more about this in here. But I was invited by a community member who is a supporter of theirs. But of course, we could do what most other projects do and let things be a free-for-all. And be honest, it's very probable that at some point in the future we'll carry on with this methodology. However, stagnancy is boring and experimentation fun, especially when we can involve all those that make all we do so much better for rewarding those who've supported us and most an almost surefire way to get in on the action. Much like what we did with the Yoshi drops, Yoshi coins that brought maximum value to all the projects that have supported our collective in this space. The Uplist was specifically tailored to creating a list of people that wait, am I going dyslexic or some of the wording weird? Creating a list, a people that, okay, it's not just me, that there's an extra word there, that have from the beginning or wish to presently in supporting us and all that we and our underlying premise of gratitude do. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to have trouble following this writing. I'm just going to skim through this. Whether or not we have a solid plan in place, basically going forward, this uplift self or no likely. No, you likely what? Well, if you answered this question. So basically, trying to set some standards, I think, for who can be invited. So the Uplift was designed to be a special place. You know, I'm not sure I'm going to read all of this on the stream, but what I'm getting is a sense that they invited some community members to invite other people who they thought were either supporters or would be, in my case, maybe good for the Uplift and to create, more marketing. So I think that might be the intention inviting me is to either either as a friend or as a community member or I'm also someone who creates these videos. This is actually the first live stream drop that I'm doing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I couldn't really do them before. So yeah. I could see why someone might not like this, but they have set some standards for how you might be able to get into the next one, it looks like. So No Clan says Upliftium. Joshua says the Uplist will still always be around for future drops and giveaways in the future. Highly recommended to get on it. He says No Clan says you can earn Upliftium with Yoshi coins. Oh, cool. I have a clear pass, Yoshi Pass, and 2 coins, and if I get this drop, which Joshua says I probably will, then I'll get 2 more coins. And so Joshua says, just got another 3 Metasaurus cards. Thank you so much for your purchase, Joshua. We appreciate it. I think we've actually had kind of a dead lull in our sales. I think maybe part of it's because we announced they're going on to wax, and everyone's kind of trying to figure out, should we wait? When's a good time? Crypto's also been kind of crazy, but in the meantime, we've been working hard on everything. But we think when these cards launch, they could sell out pretty quickly once basically they are made available to the Wax audience. That's our hope, actually, that we sell out of the cards within just a matter of weeks, especially after launching them, because there's only 20 of these cards released a week, guys. Like, once people get wind of what these are and what we're building, and then they get bought up, bam, that's it. 20 more a week. That's all there's going to be, and it'll be a free-for-all on those drops. Right now they're there if you want them, but in the future, we're trying to build it so that we get the word out there, and we can make this accessible to people who want to buy them. So No Clan says, what are your thoughts on our planet bubble? Should we get out, or do you have hope? Great question. I've been watching this with a lot of interest. And I'll share my thoughts with you right now, No Clan. And my thought is, I'm in it for the moment, but I am definitely evaluating what is happening. Because there's a couple things you have to look at. One, which is the company side, the community side. These things are kind of linked together. There's a lot of drama about the community manager. I think we just saw in our chat today where there was someone who posted that he was banned for basically being critical. And in our chat here in Blockchain Kingdoms, people are critical of me. We keep them around unless they're being disrespectful, but that's different. If you just want to essentially confront us, that's there's nothing wrong with confronting us on any of our ideas or anything like that, any way that we're behaving. But if you're disrespecting us and you're calling us names or calling community members names, well then, we don't settle for that. We give you one warning and then you're out. That's it. But it seems like, there's some weird stuff going on there in the drama side. I'm literally not interested. I find all of that stuff extremely distracting. People, having whatever, just making up stories about things and mudslinging. I don't care about it. I have stuff to do, a company to run and a channel to build. I don't have time to worry about the drama. But what really interests me is is what's happening, on the number side. If we look at Aether, I think the last time I saw Aether, it was at 0.006. So, and now it's just a little under that now. It's definitely dropping. And, if we have these giant whales like Van, who are just constantly dumping, and then everybody else is exiting, you have to look at the fact, you have to kind of weigh what's happening. So my thinking is that there are a couple of outcomes that could happen. One, the one that I'd like is that, is that eventually we get the inventions, because we have 70 or so inventions that still need to be created, maybe just a little bit less. And then the market starts to go up again. And then they release the robot information. People come in, they start playing with the robots. Aether is needed to create elements to build the robots and things like that. And basically the market starts to get back on the right path. Now, I like this. I do like it. However, what gives me pause is that there was a kind of what we had happen was the elements were released. People like me accumulated a bunch of Aether, got ready to craft, and then we got hit with the news that the reason the inventions happened so quickly the last time was because people had secret information about the costs, the prices, essentially what the crafting costs would be of the items, and they made it much faster for them to figure out what those would be. So now they've gotten that hidden again, and that's made inventions slow to a crawl. So now our expectations of the speed at which that happens is different. And on top of that, NFTs were crafted, which is the highest thing you can possibly craft right now. And whales like Van went in, they built that. I think Van increased his earnings by almost 30 to 40% when NFTs got invented. And the rest of us, me, I'm kind of sitting here biggest whales in the game went up, 20, 30, 40% in their earnings. And I'm still waiting here for some inventions. And I the way I look at it, Van's really smart. Like, he knows, like, his best option right now is to accumulate, not to invent. The more he accumulates, the more power he has, and he's actually not just accumulating inside of our planet. He's now accumulating with, like, Nova Rally. He's selling off and he's accumulating in other places. So sure, he could potentially kill our planet. I don't think he would kill it, but he would definitely make it extremely unhealthy. And I find that these things tend to be kind of like living, breathing organisms. So, so the ether part may kind of look like a Ponzi scheme or something, where Van's at the top for a short while. But eventually, something may right that. Like, the developers come in, put in something that kind of fixes that, and creates incentives for him to not do that. But then there's another scenario where the developers just don't care, and somehow they destroy their game, which is why there's a lot of people who have a lot of fear around, what's his name? Not Fonz. Fonz is cool. Bonds. The thing about Bonds is that he's kind. People get a sense that he's disrespecting the community. He's not communicating, and the whole essentially development team of is not communicating. Now, all of this is just my perception. I mean, sometimes I hear people saying, "Yeah, like, the development team's not talking to us," and I'm all like, "Are they not really? Like, I haven't even looked for them, so I don't even know. I don't even know where these messages from Bonds is coming from. The Telegram. I only have so much time in the day. I don't always have time to go look at all the drama and all this other stuff. I have to essentially be strategic with how I use my time. So I have a lot of thoughts. I'm in it for now. I don't know what's going to happen. Kind of have to use your best judgment and keep looking at it. I have sold some of my Our Planet stuff to buy, the Nova Rally things, specifically sketches. Like, when I realized how valuable sketches were in Nova Rally, if you've seen my guide, if you haven't, go check it out right now and see what I say about sketches. I realized that you would have to burn through multiples of other cards to even get decent high, or essentially to compete with the high level gas fuels of the higher leagues. So I was like, sketch cards. So I sold a bunch of rigs. I got 3 sketch cards now, and I think they're going to be even more valuable than they are at the moment. That's just my opinion on them. All right, I haven't read the messages in a while, so let's go through that. Reserberg says they keep blaming bots, but Our Planet got rid of that issue technically during the last rig sale, and it was open to everyone. I think he probably means bots in terms of like inventing, or just drops, or in crafting. Reisberg says, anyway, on to more interesting things. Are you excited for the 1SS staking BK? Yeah. I actually do have 3 dragons. They're not the ones that hatched, but let me go ahead and show you in my Wax wallet. So we've got about 30 minutes until the drop happens for the Uplift. Let's see. So if I go into my inventory, I go into Hodl God. I don't have a lot of Hodl God. I just have these 3 dragons. But I saw that there were these 3 dragons, and let's see. I think I paid almost. It's kind of hard to tell what I bought versus what they are at right now. Anyways, I bought these 3 dragons because I realized that there's only like a 250 of those or so. If I click on it, it'll tell me actually. So there's 239 of this Sky Dragon. And what about this one? Red Rect. So there's 241 of this Red Rect. So I was like, if you judge by the number of things, if the mint number is going to, or rather the maximum amount of mints is going to be determinant of how much you can earn on their staking platform, I was like, heck, I'll get these 3 dragons. I mean, sure. I mean, there were also eggs that hatched the dragons that still exist, but these guys, there's not going to be any more of these dragons as far as I know. So I bought 3 of these just a little while ago. If we look at the price charts, how well did I do? What's the price chart at? Yeah, I mean, I might have bought it like right up over here somewhere. I don't remember what I paid for it exactly. But yeah, I'm going to hold on to these. Because I like these staking platforms. I want to see how they do, and OneSys. I forget how. I think it's OneSys is how you say that. And I think they are working on this stuff. They seem pretty serious about it. They're building multiple things, and they're creating partnerships. So No Clan says, interesting thought. Thanks for your opinion. I personally think they should stop giving rigs out for free and come up with another use of a ether to burn. That's a really valid. It's a really valid thing you bring up. They really do keep adding these cards to the staking pools, and not a whole lot of them, but they do add them from time to time, and it does impact the price of a ether. Definitely does. And I think probably what's been happening is they were like, well, people keep buying buying a ether, and we're releasing these elements, so everything will be okay. But there were all these market conditions we've been talking about, and they also probably didn't count on their PR really starting to be bad. So, and the developers might not even really be paying attention. They might have I don't know, some friends or something, like trying to call them and be like, hey, people on your community are really ragging on bonds right now on our planet, and they just might take, I don't know, a doobie, stub it into their ashtray and be like, I got code to write, I don't care. Who knows? I really don't know. These people aren't transparent. That's why a lot of people, I think, are also moving towards Nova Rally, because Nova Rally, Sammy Snake, the developer, he's active with the community, he's transparent, he's talking to people, and I really think Nova Rally could get much, much bigger than it is right now. I know a lot of people are looking at Nova Rally and they're like, oh my gosh, these prices keep skyrocketing. How much higher can they go? And, I'm like, I think the audience for this is still much, bigger than the existing amount of cards. I think the prices keep going up, not because a bunch of people are welling into it like the Our Planet Van but I think, if you look at the, I'll have to go. Let's go look at the link. Actually, what was it? I know somebody asked a question. I'll get to it in a second, but let's just go look at the Nova Rally pre-sale. So I think there were two cells. 613. Yeah. So there were these two different cells, a pre-sale and another cell. So 500 of the legendary, 750 of the gold. Let's see, this one can't be found, but it's 1500 of the rares. And then if we go into what was the second drop, it was basically the same. And so 6,000. So you look, there were only 6,000 standard packs, which this was basically about the same size as the rig drop for the last rig drop. But if you imagine now, the market size of this is probably much closer to the market size of our planet itself, and more people are starting to get wind of it. Yeah, I just don't think there's enough cards out there right now for its audience. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. Maybe they'll release more cards. He already said he doesn't want to do that anytime soon. But if people are looking at the prices of Nova Rally and they keep going up and up, and they're like, how much higher can it go? I'm like, I think there's plenty more audience for the game. There's not many cards. If you look at what Van's collected, I think he has less than 50 rare cards and classic cards. I myself have, I think, 4 rare cars now, and I have 3 sketches. I only have 1 classic because classic cars are pretty expensive, and I think they may take a long time to repair and cool down, so I didn't go too crazy on those classic cars. So I think I think Nova Rally could get much bigger from where it is right now. Let's see, Simon E.K. says he's excited for a big-time MMORPG. Me too. I've seen some of my Gala Games Mirandus videos. As far as I know, it's like the biggest, most comprehensive blockchain game being built right now. I think the audience for it is a little bit different than the Wax audience, but I'm still pretty excited for it. I still have a Grand Forge for that game that I think could be worth $50,000 to $100,000 right now. I have it up for sale for $12,000. Because there is stuff I want to buy for the business and things, but for Blockchain Kingdoms. But I'm willing to take that sacrifice, but nobody's buying it yet. I'm kind of surprised. But I think while things like Wax are growing and getting bigger. Mirandus, the MMO, is still on the Ethereum blockchain, and I think that really hurts it. I went into their suggestions lately, and I was like, "Hey, developers, like, have you heard of Wax? Have you ever thought about being on there?" And it's just crickets chirping. I think Gala Games, who essentially building this blockchain platform for video games, and they're making many games now. They kind of seem to be doing their own thing. And I think their mindset is a little bit different from people who are on Wax. I think people on Wax are like, yes, I'm going to buy these cards, collect them. You know, I love investing in these things. And the Gala Games guys are like, no, our gaming things are not investments because our lawyers said so. But we're making many games for the blockchain on Ethereum. And so I think, you know, it's going to be a very interesting year for blockchain gaming. Very interesting indeed. No Clan asks, is the sketch video on the Nova Rally guide you done recently? The sketch video? Well, I just uploaded my video literally a couple hours ago. Just before I did this live stream, I uploaded that Nova Rally guide, and I talk about sketches inside the guide. No Clan says, I got 20 Nova Rally packs, including Legendary, Gold, and Rare. I'm on pre-sale. Nice. No sketches, unfortunately. Did you get a classic car? No, because those classic cars, like, I opened up like, it was 16 standard packs, I think, and one rare pack, and I was like, I better get a classic car. And then right near the end, like my second to last pack, I got a classic car. It was a money pack too. I had 2 classics. One was a character, one was a driver, one was a car, and I think there might have been a rare driver in that one too. It was a really good pack, but for a while there I was kind of like, I don't know. We got 20 minutes on this Uplift drop. Yeah, just making sure my stream is still going and I haven't like lost my mind or something. Well, I appreciate you guys watching and being here with me on this drop. Let's take a look at the countdown on the drop here. We were looking at the Nova Rally stuff, but then we're looking at the here it is. So we got 19 minutes on this Uplift World drop. So if you get this drop, it's whitelisted, so you have to be added to the list in order to get this drop. You will get basically a rel key, a land key, and they said if they sell 1,000 of these, then they will also drop us an extra land key. So this could basically be like a 3-for-1 deal. We'll also get 2 Yoshi coins. Yay! I think that's like a $6 value or $8 value or something like that right now. But this is pretty cool. It's going to be for the survival mode in the Uplift game. Uplift has another world with rel keys and land keys. It's already been released. It's for the creative mode, and apparently this is actually still. You can't access the game unless you're on a whitelist for the game, and they're going to have mining rigs towards the end of the month. So there's some speculation apparently that they're going to open it up to everybody soon. But I was kind of surprised because I actually wanted to jump into the Uplift world inside this stream and like say, hey guys, like let's check out the Uplift. But I was surprised to see, oh, like someone needs to add me for me to get into the Uplift world. And I haven't been added, so we won't be doing that on the stream today. We won't be looking at the Minecraft creative world. No Clan says he got 4 classics and 4 rares. Nice. How many of those were classic cars? You know, that's the juicy information, right? Those are the ones that are worth a lot, man. Like, I got 1 classic car. I'm okay with that. Wish I'd gotten more. Would have been nice. Oh, not cars, just characters. Oh, ask, how do you join Discord? Let me go ahead and get you a link here for the Discord. I thought I added it. Is the link to the Discord on the stream not working? Because I thought I put that on there. Maybe I did not. Community chat. Do you mean my Discord? I think you mean my Discord. Edit server link. Let's just go to never Generate new link. Hidden. Oh, it might be because I'm streaming. I understand. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna edit that into the stream. Oh, here we go. Join our Discord. Yeah, it must have been before this. Added it to the stream now, so people can join our Discord. Cool. Got 17 more minutes on this drop. So yeah, still just looks like buy orders just down a little bit here on Alcoa. No, up a little bit now. Was there an invention? I don't know. Probably not. We're gonna look, check out the R Planet generator. I think, was it is flag? Oh, flag is gone. So that's it. It's just NFT now. Like, NFT is the only thing that can be crafted. So NFT is the only thing that has any use, and that is 59 million ether. That's a lot, guys. I got like 6,500 or something like 6.5 million or so on my account right now, that I have hoarded for new crafts. But I can't afford that. It's expensive. Interesting. Those inventions are coming much slower now. I don't know what's going to happen with our planet, guys. It'll be interesting. No Clan asked, do you trade crypto or just purely blockchain games? It's almost like purely blockchain games now. Like, I love blockchain games. You know, if I trade crypto, I feel like I buy the crypto, and if it's, whatever the strategy is, I just don't find it as fun. I like trading blockchain items. I like blockchain games. I like use case crypto. So I kind of prefer the passive income things too, because even if even if the currency sometimes goes to zero, you're at least earning something. It just depends when you bought it, right? That you're really not at a loss. But in the long term, you're at a gain. And we've already seen crypto tends to go up and down. So yeah, I love these DeFi games. It's why I got into the space. It's why I created my own DeFi game and our Metasaurus cards. And our 5 versus 5 arena and our job token that is coming out next year. So so I really like blockchain games. I don't know what to tell you. I love this stuff. Let's see. Is there anything going on in our chat? Yeah, it looks like stuff's going on. They're talking more about our planet drama, it looks like. I don't know if Diamond Hands is watching with us. He's pretty cool. He jumped into our chat lately, and he started to jump into the Our Planet game and the Wax game, and it's been fun to see him explore this new space. Yeah, I mean, I think crypto is going back up. I know it's had a rough week, but I've been saying for a while now in my chat with friends, like, I think Bitcoin's going down to like at least $28,000, and I think once we hit there, maybe then we'll hit the bottom. So when it was still up to like at $40,000 per Bitcoin, I was like, you know what? It's still probably going to go down to 28,000. That's what I'm betting on. And I obviously know that any kind of crypto investments I have are going to go down with it. But it's another reason that I like playing these DeFi games, because I believe that even though we're buying and selling and trading inside of these DeFi games and Wax games, I mean, as crypto goes up and down, so will the value of what we purchased. No Clan says, have you tried DeFi Pet? I have not. Is it one of those? Because I'm very cautious about some of the Asian-based games. yeah, I'm just very cautious with them. I do prefer a lot of the Western games because I feel like, if anything, actually I understand their thinking more when it comes to building the games. And that makes me more comfortable with them as investment. So is DeFi Pet, is that like Asia based? Is it Western based? Because that would really determine whether or not I'll look at it. If it's Asia based, I probably not going to be too interested in it. And I know Axie Infinity is kind of Asia based. I think it's based out of, is it India, Singapore? I know somebody else could probably tell me. Singapore's still Asia. It's not India, but. And I don't play Axie Infinity just because of, well, a couple things. Number one, I'm not into the cutesy kind of game, and number two, it's based on Ethereum, and the gas prices have always scared me away. I mean, Mirandus is pretty much the only blockchain game that I've invested that's been on Ethereum. That's because I like Gala. So he said Western, he's pretty sure. Well, let's go plug it in. We have about 12 minutes until the drop. So let's go into DeFi Pet. My DeFi Pet, is that the one? Okay. It's one of these cutesy Pokemon-like games, huh? So DeFi Pet is a virtual game that combines DeFi collectibles and your own personality. Is this on Ethereum? Yeah, this looks a lot like Pokemon, right? So you can play now. Yeah, that's an Ethereum address right there, right? In-game currency, most items in the game will be payable using DPET tokens. So they don't have their token yet, it sounds like. Governance, staking, play to earn. Interesting, I haven't heard of this one yet. The fact that it's on Wax makes me, the fact that it's on Ethereum makes me kind of go, I don't know about this. I don't know. I'm in the wrong chat right now. Let's see. I think they're talking about the R Planet pools. I want to make a video soon about R Planet pools. I think they're interesting. I'm not sure yet if they're going to be legitimate in the long run. R Planet pools is a R Planet staking pool that's put together by a group of people, and they do a lot of work. But until their code is audited, it feels like a risk. Like, there might be a rug pull. You really, without a good audit that, you think it was a good audit, you never know what's in that code, if it's going to disappear, what people could do with it. You really kind of take a risk on something like our Planet Pool. But maybe worth it. And I've been talking to a community member about the possibility of interviewing one of the developers. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if that happens. Which reminds me, I'm going to interview City States, the developer City States. I just made a new video about City States the other day. They have a token sale for their tokens coming on the 25th. And there's a lot of questions I have about that thing, but it seems like it's going to be a Farmville type game, kind of like Farmville a little bit. I mean, not Farmville, but Townstar. But my problem with Townstar is all of the stuff that you create in the game in Townstar, not all of that is blockchain based. In fact, a lot of it is not blockchain based. But I think the idea with the City States game is that they want everything to be blockchain based, including the units of things that you create. They'll just be like FTs, which are basically almost indistinguishable from NFTs, to be honest. And so I think that could be pretty cool to have that interview with that guy. No Clan says it's BSC. Oh, it's on the Binance Smart Chain. Now I'm way more interested in DeFi Pet. I will have to look more into that, No Clan. Thanks for putting it onto my radar. Appreciate that. Rizvig says, LOL, FNFTs might as well go back to dial-up modems. I know, right? Oh, man, yeah. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I use I trade things, or rather, I'm selling things on the Mirandis game, and I feel like it's exactly how I feel, like I'm on a dial-up modem back in the day. Meanwhile, everybody else is using cable. Oh, I need to move myself a little bit. Okay. My desk is kind of weird. So we're getting there. 4:53. So when the drop happens, I'm going to keep up the window here so you guys can see the drop. And then on my phone, unfortunately, I don't have my phone plugged into my streaming. Not this time, maybe next time, to research how to do that. Well, I need to get that link again for... All right. Yeah, I gotta copy it. Gotta copy the link for the drop again. Yeah, it says my internet connection right now is really bad. It's not good. What if I switch it over? There's no rush. Oh, only like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. See, copied. Oops. Copy link. Whoops, wrong link. Okay, here we go. All right, now we're right on the right page. The other thing to do is to go to time.is. Since I switched my internet, it says my time is exact. So that's good. These drops, you never know, sometimes like they go by really fast. All right. Four minutes and 24 seconds is what it says. Feel like I should play some music? No, maybe not. Should I show you guys what the let's go ahead and show you guys. I don't know if this is showing off or not, but I'll just show how my investments have turned out so far for Nova Rally. Here we go. So I have almost 1.4 million snaking power, and my strategy is that I got 3 of these sketch cards, and I have 123 common cards. So so since you can only race the death rally once a day, I believe it's only once a day, then I am going to basically just throw my commons into the death rally with a classic car or rare car. If a classic car takes more than a day to repair, then or cool down, then I may be waiting a while. But if a rare car, we don't know what the cooldowns will be. Like, I think I keep thinking it's possible that maybe a classic car will take longer than a day to repair and cool down. And otherwise, just send in my rare cars and a bunch of common drivers to get me the manuals. And then when I get the manuals, start upgrading some of my sketch cards to get the higher level fuels, and then also upgrade a classic car. Probably step 1, get a classic car and 2 sketch cars. 2 sketch drivers into the next league. and then kind of take it from there. But definitely the goal is to keep getting up into the next leagues, and hopefully the next leagues are worth it for the prizes that you'll get. And I imagine as I win, I'll get more shards to be able to craft more common characters. So I'm hoping that I have enough common characters to continue to continue that cycle of doing a death rally a day. So that's really the goal, right? Is that I have enough power or essentially enough earnings and things to do one death rally a day. Because isn't that the dream? to just keep doing one death rally a day and get a chance at getting those manuals. So that's really my strategy there. All right, 4:58. It says 1 minute and 24 seconds. On my phone. That's right, I told you guys that I would show you the drop here, and want to put you guys up here so that you can see that number. Here, let me kind of blow it up. We'll see. Again, that's going to be delayed a little bit. 20 seconds. Remember, 20-second behind on my laptop compared to my phone. Let's see, I would play some music, but the anticipation is too high. I was going to do like some music like da 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 da. I don't even know what that's from. It's when I was a kid. Maybe Hawaii 5-0 or something like that. Or one of those, old 70s show that I grew up watching. All right, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Buy with wax. Just buy with a ton of wax. 5,000 wax for a bunch of lands. There we go. Transaction successful. Oh, let's make sure that you guys can see this. Did it go through? Does it say confirmed? Yeah, that looks like a confirmation. Yeah, view transaction. Hey, yay. I don't know if I let you guys see that enough. So cool. So let's go take a look at my wallet. Let's first go into the chat. Tito Vitra says, I love Nova Rally. Dude, we're like brothers. I know exactly what you mean. I love Nova Rally too. It's not even out yet, but I love the concept and, the developers, communicating to us just from our planet. So yeah, I mean, Nova Rally seems like it came at the perfect time. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, for us people who love our planet, like our planets kind of have a little bit of a problem. So Nova Rally came right in time. So no Clown, do you like Candy Crush kind of games? I think I find them fun. I just don't. If I play video games these days, I typically play Hearthstone a little bit because I can sit down and play a game or two without too much time investment. If I really had a choice, I'd be playing a lot of Satisfactory and like building games, but they're so involved. I get in those and then I play for like 3 to 4 to 5 hours straight. But it's just, oh, you're welcome, Joshua. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And thank you for buying your passive income cards. I'm super excited for the future of your cards. Josh and I are working hard every day to get these things to you as soon as you can in token earning. So hopefully we'll be hearing more about that very soon. Thank you, Joshua. Let's go take a look at our loot. Let me make this small again. All right. I did sell today was some of my colonized Mars because a lot of reasons actually. I need to pay the U.S. Patent Office because they want money for the patent that I filed for our technology. So I'm going to have to drop fat loads of cash. So I'm like, I'm probably going to need every dollar that I can get out of my crypto right now to help pay for that. Let's see. Wax Cloud Wallet. And no, where we're going is my inventory. All right. So there we go. We got the rel cell token. So I guess this token is makes you eligible for the drop of one rel key and one land key, plus bonus NFTs. And those bonus NFTs, they've said if it sells over 1,000, it will be another land key. And I think Yoshi coins are probably going to give us the Yoshi coins anyways. Let's go back to that drop link. Ugh, did I totally went past the drop link. Here we go. Yeah, not a lot of action on this so far. Look at that. They only sold about 300 or something of these. Wow. So exciting, guys. Like, really hot drop this one. So, I know I'm being facetious, I think is the word. Kind of says the same thing on my phone. It's just about the same. That's interesting. I would have thought this would be hotter. I think their mistake is that they're not letting people in to play their game, or maybe they're having server issues. I looked at, when I got onto the Uplift website, and I looked at the amount of people who are playing on the server, I was really surprised to find that there was like a maximum of like 1 million or something players. It was a lot of players. Only 96 were playing, but I was like, can a server actually handle like 1 million players? It doesn't sound right to me. I know Minecraft's a pretty simple game, but remarkably, I think it's still hard to have mass amount of players on one server. So I don't know about that. Maybe you guys can tell me if you played Minecraft better than I do. Let's see. No Clan says Candy Crush is on wax. Candy Crush is on wax. What? You're saying Candy Crush is on wax? I didn't even know that. Where? I'll have to go look for it. What am I whitelisted? What? I'm whitelisted to Uplift? Oh, you want to be whitelisted in Uplift, but don't know how. Well, the window's closed to be whitelisted on this drop. If you go to their website, they were saying that there's a blog there, and they were saying that there's a way to get whitelisted onto the next, what they call it, the uplist. And the way to get on the uplist is to participate in the community. It's to basically just know people in the community, network. So to get on their uplist is really kind of a community-based thing. And I had someone in our community, Blockchain Kingdoms, who joined our Discord. Someone in our chat hooked me up with this uplist. Yeah. So let's go update this and see. So 10:36. Yeah, they're really not going very fast, man, here. Yeah. Maybe if they get rid of this whitelist, they'll go much faster. Or maybe because this sold so slow, people will be cautious of buying a non-whitelisted version. I don't know. Or maybe our friend Van will get on the the public sell, and he'll just basically buy everything. He might have to start selling some of his Nova Rally items though. Well, this is fun. So I'm going to be doing more live streams. I'm going to be doing interviews with people as well. I feel like there was something else I wanted to do before the end of our stream. If you don't know, we have our Metasource cards are coming onto the Wax platform very soon. We're going to have about $10,000 worth of giveaways using our cards. So we're going to give away about $10,000 worth of our cards. Some of those giveaways will be for people who have not bought them. So if you've not bought a Metasource card at shop.blockchainkingdoms.com, I will include, I'll just go ahead and type in the link right now. So at shop.blockchainkingdoms.com is where you can get our Metasource cards. And, I like games like our Nova Rally. I like games like Our Planet. So we've designed our Metasource cards to kind of be the same. Like they will earn you tokens. They can be upgraded. We also have another game called Crypto Castles, and our Metasource cards are the source for those NFTs of Crypto Castles. And in Crypto Castles, you'll be able to merge cards together to earn more Metasource tokens. And, we're super excited for this. We're going to launch them onto Wax in just a couple of weeks. Now, if you buy a card before our Wax launch, you're going to be eligible for more of the $10,000 giveaway. Basically, of our $10,000 giveaway, we have a portion of that set aside for owners of our Metasource cards. So if you have a Metasource card, you will basically be put into kind of a raffle, and we'll basically like pull your name out of a computer hat. And we'll probably do that on a live stream, and see who gets chosen to get some of those giveaways. And there'll be a number of prizes in Metasource cards. So thank you so much for joining me. And I want to say my usual thing, which is like and subscribe. And I feel like I could just sit here and discombobulate myself forever, but I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to join our Discord as well. The link I put onto the description.